versus 100 humans. The other side believes that the sheer numbers would let the humans just beat up the gorilla like it's Naruto. But who is actually correct? Is a gorilla versus 100 people actually a fair fight, or is it actually a stomp? Does the gorilla win, or do the humans? Let's find out. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure to like, subscribe, and let's jump right in. Now,
YouTube. Okay, that's not my thing. Let me lock in, bro. Let me lock in. Or here is something serious today. So yeah, there's this debate that has been going around the internet, bro, about a gorilla taking down 100 men, or 100 men taking down one gorilla, bro. So yeah, I bet you guys have already seen it. Yeah, so like I want to hear from you guys first before we even go further in this video. You feel me? I want to hear from you guys what you think. Can 100 men take down one gorilla, or can a gorilla take down 100 men? Yeah, and I want you guys to tell me the reason why you think that, bro. Like, before we even go further, just comment down below what you think. Yeah, most of you guys don't like commenting, but this one, I just need you, like, I need you to say something, bro. Yeah, so let's get right into the video. Yeah, so firstly, I think this situation can go like two ways, you feel me? Yeah, it comes on like, it depends on what type of men they bring, bro. Yeah, if they bring people like me, just average human beings, we're cooked, bro. Like, there are no two ways about it. We are cooked. And then we have people like Jeff, who think they can take down a gorilla by themselves. Bro, just look at this.
I don't care what anybody says, bro, but I can 1v1 a gorilla, bro.
Are you kidding me right now?
I can literally 1v1 that gorilla, bro.
Like, bro, you think you can take down a gorilla? Okay, I know you're joking, but if they bring 100 guys like me, Jeff, or maybe Dom. I saw Dom made something about it, but
80% those men
something like that.
have guababa.
But yeah, if they bring normal people, bro, we are cooked. But then if they bring people like Dwayne Johnson, prime Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, these big people, prime Mike Tyson, not even prime Mike, just like Mike where he is right now, bro. 100 Mike Tysons, bro. It's going down. Yeah, so anyway, let's see what these other guys have to say. You know, we have to get information from everywhere, you feel me? Yeah.
100 humans versus one silverback gorilla. I gotta get in on this. So obviously the gorilla is a monster. It's like 400 pounds of problems wrapped in skin. They can also lift 10 times their body weight. That's like 4,000 pounds. That's like lifting your car with you in it. Not to mention, they also have a 1,300 pound bite force. That's strong enough to break just about every bone in your body. However, they also get taken out by leopards. And one man, a 73-year-old man, was able to take a leopard out with his bare hands. He just jumped on top of it and ripped its tongue out of it.
Okay, quite alright. This Kenyan man took down a leopard, but that doesn't mean he can take down a gorilla, bro. What if it was just luck? Or it wasn't his day to die or something like that, bro. But there's no way, bro. 73-year-old man taking down a gorilla on his own. Nah. That's cap, bro. That's something, bro. You need the courage.
It ripped its tongue out its mouth. Humans are crazy. I think the whole world has collectively forgotten who we are. Not to mention, you're talking 100 humans. That's like 10,000 pounds of highly intelligent human. There is no world where the gorilla wins that match. 100 humans versus one silver.
Nah, this guy is not. Okay, it's making sense, but it's not making sense, bro. You feel me? Quite alright, humans are. There'll be like 100 human beings. But if we're talking about average human beings like me, I know myself, but I'm not taking down that gorilla, bro. Maybe some sort of adrenaline rush just pops into my body, but just like where I am right now, I'm not taking it down, bro. I won't lie.
Who would win in a fight, a gorilla or 100 men? All right, let's break this down once and for all. Well, a full-grown male gorilla is an absolute monster. It can lift 2,000 pounds, has a bite force of 1,300 psi, and is up to 9 times stronger than the average guy. But here's the thing. Gorillas aren't built for long fights. They're like sprinters. They explode for about a minute, and then they gas out hard. So yeah, the first 30, maybe 40 guys, dead. instantly. But after a minute, once enough guys dogpile onto it, weight wins. Endurance wins. The 100 men would eventually overwhelm the gorilla. Barely, probably losing about half in the process. Humans are weak individually, but when we work together, even nature's tanks like gorillas don't stand a chance. Tanks like gorillas don't stand a chance. Who would win in a fight?
Yeah, and you heard what this guy said. First 40 guys are dying instantly. Now imagine you're like 100 of you guys. Yeah, they're fighting the gorilla. 40 guys die. You think the other 60 guys will go? Like, just being real, being realistic, bro. We're talking about real life, bro. They're not going, bro. That's why this guy made a meme about it. I'll put the video here or here, but let me just put it here.
Listen. We damn near brothers.
Everyone's
Listen, we
riding,
damn near
bro.
brothers. Hold on.
You even start acting like a gorilla yourself. You're not taking it down. Like, let's just be real. Yeah, anyway, let's move on to this next video by 100 people versus one gorilla. Let's see.
So humans output only about
Let
7.
me just start it again.
Recently, all of social media has been blowing up with the debate of one gorilla versus 100 humans. The funny thing is that everyone seems completely divided onto who would win the fight. One side thinks that the gorilla would pull a Winston and just completely thrash the army of humans with ease, while the other side believes that the sheer numbers would let the humans just beat up the gorilla like it's Naruto. But who is actually correct? Is a gorilla versus 100 people actually a fair fight, or is it actually a stomp? Does the gorilla win, or do the humans? Let's find out. If you like this kind of stuff, make sure to like, subscribe, and let's jump right in. Now, to begin, I think it's important to establish both sides of this fight. For the gorilla, we are assuming that this is essentially the strongest gorilla possible. Of the 4 gorilla species, easily the largest and strongest would be a silverback eastern lowland gorilla. At the absolute largest, gorillas can stand at over 6 feet tall and weigh between 400 and 500 pounds, with the largest ever being about 600 pounds or even beyond. However, this fails to capture how a gorilla's overall proportions drastically exceed that of a normal human, with a wingspan of over 8 feet, drastically more muscle mass, and far less body fat. In comparison to the peak gorilla, the group of humans will be made up of 100 average people. There will be no boxers, nor MMA fighters or athletes, and instead it will just...
As I was saying, if there's no more average human beings, bro, we are cooked. No one's taking down that gorilla. And this guy is saying they're talking about 100 average human beings, bro. So what do you guys think? Do you think they can? Like, do you still think humans can win? Like, just being real, bro. If it's 100 average human beings, we are cooked. Yeah, and they're saying no boxers, no bodybuilders, no what? No fighters, bro. So yeah, that's that. We're cooked, bro.
People with total
height and weight varies somewhat drastically across the planet. So for this video, we'll be taking the stats from just Americans.
varies somewhat drastically across the planet. So for this video,
I think that's even it about this video. Let's not even go further in this video, bro, because whatever he says, he's talking about average human beings, so they're cooked. Let's go to the next one. The scientific version. We see what this guy has to say.
Saw this come up on my Twitter yesterday. Who would win in a fight? 100 humans or one gorilla? And when I first saw it, I thought, well, obviously 100 humans, there's 100 of us. But when you think about it more deeply, that may not be the answer. So I took this morning to do some scientific analysis to give a definitive answer on who would actually win, 100 humans or one gorilla. Let's get into it, and of course leave your thoughts in the comments. So first we need to cover the pedantics. There always is when it comes to experiments. Number one, is it 100 humans in a cage around a gorilla? Like, is it just one gorilla in the middle and just 100 humans all around attacking at once? Or is it one by one by one like the gladiator? Because if it's one by one, the humans have got no chance. The gorilla is just absolutely...
Yeah, no chance. One by one.
But if it's 100 humans charging at once, there's more of an opportunity there. And secondly, what is the caliber of human? Is it 100 people signing up to fight the gorilla? Or is it just like Thanos randomly deciding 100 people to fight that gorilla? Because then we have to look at the average human statistics. Because let's be honest, the average human overestimates what they can actually achieve. Let's be completely honest. The average
This guy is cooking, bro. He's cooking.
So for the purpose of this experiment, I'm going to assume that it's going to be 100 humans at once in a cage, massive cage, and the humans are going to be averages from our population. I think this is the fairest experiment. So the silverback gorilla. It is 5 foot tall, short guy, not tall whatsoever, but he weighs 195 kilograms, which is 430 pounds for those of you in America. So 5 foot tall, but almost 200 kilos. That is a big guy. Now, more impressively than that, a silverback gorilla can lift 800 kilograms, 1,760 pounds of dead weight. That is far more than any human. They can bench press 5 times more than the average human can. But even more importantly, there's a 1,300 PSI bite force. That means when a silverback gorilla bites you, you're gonna feel it. In fact, that can kill humans if it's in a vulnerable area. For comparison, humans only have a bite force of 100 to 200 PSI. That is 10 times less than the gorilla. So if you're biting the gorilla ain't really feeling it, let's be honest. But the biggest stat is the punch force. The gorilla has a punch force of 1,300 to 2,700 pounds. Now in comparison, Mike Tyson has a punch force of 1,300 pounds, meaning the lowest average gorilla punches like Mike Tyson. Now I want you to answer me this. Can you take a punch from Mike Tyson? Because
You are not taking that punch from Mike Tyson. A normal average human being is not taking a punch from Mike Tyson. In fact,
Mike Tyson does, and bite like a crocodile. Truthfully, the humans one by one have very little chance, but this is where the group element comes in. You see, there's a way humans can win this. The weakest amongst the group have to basically sacrifice themselves for the stronger people to come in with hits. Because a 1,200 pound punch can stun a gorilla, and that's all you need for the others to basically rush the gorilla and get it while it's down. So you basically need a row of humans to be sacrificial lambs for the gorilla, while the stronger ones come up and surprise the gorilla from behind. Because if the humans are just all circling a gorilla, there's no way it can take everyone at once. Now there are going to be casualties, there's no way humans win this without some getting injured and losing their lives. But if they're strategic, 100 humans 100% can beat the gorilla. But in this generation Z, it requires humans to sacrifice
in this generation, no one's dying for someone because of the gorilla, bro. One guy dies, everyone runs away. Like that's speaking facts, bro. I know you can do that. Everyone's running. Don't even say what. Everyone's running away, bro.
20 to 30 humans will lose their lives. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, so I think I'll agree with this guy. This guy just mentioned everything. You feel me? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. If they're just getting average human beings, like just like us, you know, who are not like bodybuilders and shit like that, we're cooked, bro. Like, no debate about it. Yeah, so I know some people should debate, so I want you guys to say what you think, like after this whole thing. I know you've seen some other videos, so I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. So yeah, comment down below. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, bro. Or share if it's necessary. Yeah, if you feel like it's necessary. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next one.